basically it came up through Pretty Place, like up through the valley, lifted the roof off, and then this came straight through camp.
Oh, geez.
Because you'll notice all the trees are this way. Past one of our maintenance staff live here, and he decided not to stay in his cabin, which is great, and moved to another what's called our health hut, up basically by the camp office where we were. So luckily he was not in there. We've been able to salvage most of his belongings out of it, so we've been able to get in and get all the stuff out as much as we could anyway. But as you can see, just huge trees, just the extensive damage. This tree right here is just massive. And what I was saying earlier is the storm really came up the valley, up through Pretty Place, across camp, because you can see how the trees over there folded all of this direction. And, insurance will cover some of that, but for us to rebuild a cabin of that up here, it's gonna, we'll probably get some money for it, but not enough to build a completely new cabin. So this right here is what we would call the heart of camp, and this is a place where kids will come. They will, counselors will bring them for arts and crafts. They will do some environmental ed stuff, but they also will use this as a camp out site for the younger kids at night. So one of the pieces about coming to camp is especially for the younger kids to at least do an outdoor camp out. So sleep outside their cabin one night, and so there will be a group here. Some go to Pretty Place, some here. We do have camp out sites or pack out sites that they can walk to. But they will also use this as a camp outside as well. There was 2 big trees that went onto that cabin right there. As Corey said, we also have the Smith cabin right here, which took a direct hit from a tree. The other part, it may have already gotten the tree off, but our tree house out here had some damage as well. There was a couple of trees going on. It looks like they might have already taken the trees off of that. But these are camper cabins that we're hoping that we'll be able to get back up and running by summer. I think for the campers, this is where camp starts and where camp ends. So you come out, this is where they do the songs, they do their cheers and all the things that happen with camp. And so very meaningful. We are even not just for camp, but our adventure guides programs, the dads and daughters or dads and sons that are here, they do a campfire as well. So really just a place where all camp comes together. And for the opening and the closing, it's really the only 2 times during the summer that they're all together at one time. Even with our meals, we're staggering kids coming out. But this right here has a lot of sentimental value to a lot of people from the standpoint of just what that campfire means to open camp and to close camp. And you guys can see it's just extensive damage in here.